sulfur content of fuel used outside emission control area after 1st January 2020. It's the latest regulation. Yes, all of us are aware, 12%, 5%, 0.5%, or 1.7% mass per mass. That is the sulfur content. That is how it is mentioned. It is given. So the right answer here is C, 0.5% correct. That is the correct answer globally. Whereas, of course, emission control area, it is 0.1% only. So 0.5, C is the right answer here. Which type of fire occurs mostly at machinery spaces? Is it A, B, B, C, or A, C? So we all know what is A type of fire. Class A fire, Class B fire, Class A, C fire. B fire is all about liquid related fires, oil fires and all that come under A. A fire, oil fires come under B. And Class A fire is your cloth, paper and things like that. So right answer here is B. So B, C. Class B fire, Class C fire, that's the right answer here. Fire in accommodation is due to faulty electrical connections, smoking, presence of oil. So then the last option given here is both A and B. So presence of oil chances are less. So it is both A and B. That D is the right answer. The reason for accommodation fire. Appointment of designated person ashore is through company, charterer, recognized organization, ISM. If you see, your DPA requirement comes as one of the elements of your ISM code. So D is the right answer. How the safety on deck can be improved? As you can see here, answer is given on by inspecting daily at 8:08 morning. Bosun will take care. Both above are correct by keeping deck clean and clear. That is the right answer. D is the right answer for this, to maintain safety on the deck. In case of two-stroke marine diesel engine, if the cylinder size is increased, the power to weight ratio, will it increase, decrease, or will it be the same, or none of the above? Which is the right answer? As all of us are aware, logically, it is when there's increases, so power to weight ratio, cylinder size increases, power to weight ratio will increase. That's the right answer. Minimum number of life buoy in a 200-meter and above ship. Is it 8, 10, 12, 14? So the answer is 14. That's what is given in the code. Seebeck effect is used in which instrument? Is it a temperature sensor, or depth gauge, feeler gauge, or pressure gauge? So Seebeck effect, we all know. That means when you keep measuring the variations while increasing or while decreasing, it should be exactly same. But sometimes you will find there will be a slight variation. That is what we call Seebeck effect. So that is the right answer here is A. In temperature sensor, this Seebeck effect you will be able to notice. Minimum amount of rest in 24 hours period. This is as per Maritime Labour Convention. So answers given are 10, 8, 11 and 7. So the right answer is 10 hours in 24-hour period. And likewise, your maximum work hours in 24 hours period, again under Maritime Labour Convention, it is given 12, 10, 14, 13. So the right answer here is 14. And the next question is hydrogen sulfide in fuel, in bunker fuel. How much is it allowed? Is it 2 ppm, 10 ppm, 3 ppm? None of the above. So bunker oil, as we are aware, it comes from the crude oil. So crude oil is always having sulfur in it. So hydrogen sulfide will be there. So desulfuring is done in the refineries. So the maximum allowed is only 2 ppm. So A is the right answer here. Characteristics of a measuring device, which relates to its response. When the response to, is it dynamic calibration, dynamic characteristics, or error component, or none of the above. So a measuring device, when you are looking at the characteristic, the error component is the right answer. That is, you need to select C here. That's the right answer. How many codes are there in oil record book? Is it 10, 8, 7, 9? It's very easy. All of us, we have done it on board. So it is 9 codes are there. Which of the following can be done to reduce cold corrosion? As all of us are aware, Cold corrosion always occurs due to when the scavenger enters, if it falls below the dew point condensation, if the liner surface temperature near the scavenge ports, if it falls less than the dew point condensation, then droplets, the moisture turns into droplets. Now that is going to cause, in contact with your sulfur oxides, when there is a blow past, it forms a dilute sulfuric acid, which is highly corrosive. So the answers given are increasing cylinder oil feed rate to reduce cold corrosion. What are the things you will do? Either increasing oil feed rate or high TBN cylinder oil to neutralize the acid, or increasing scavenger temperature, decreasing cylinder oil feed rate. Yes, we have practically done it. Right answer is C. Scavenger, you need to control, increase. What is the minimum capacity of bunker sample? So we need to take, as per your MARPOL Annex 6 regulation number 18, there it is given the how many samples you will take, and what is the sample capacity, 200, 400, 600 or 800. So 400 ml is the right answer here. Who issues IOPP certificate? As you are aware, it is a statutory certificate. It is always issued by the flag state, port state, flag state, class, and any one of the three. These are the answers given. Select flag state here. Next question here is, panting frames are present in the after double bottom, centerline tanks on tankers, forward and aft peaks, and forward double bottom. So panting and pounding, the vulnerability is just forward of the ship. So the right answer you need to choose is D, forward double bottom. The right answer. Loss of reservoir buoyancy will cause the vessel to float at an angle, most probably sink, never float upright, become a tender ship. So when a ship is having intact stability, we know that the reservoir buoyancy is 100%. But when there is a breach, that means loss of reservoir buoyancy will occur. So in the worst case scenario, what will happen? The ship will sink. So B is the right answer. The STCW convention prescribes minimum standards, maximum standards, optimal standards, all of the above. The right answer is minimum standards. Lifeboat engine should be capable of starting at minus 15 degrees within 2 minutes, minus 5 degrees, plus 15 degrees, plus 5 degrees within 2 minutes. So the right answer here is minus 15 degrees. That is the right answer. Select A. What is added to carbon dioxide cylinder to avoid freezing in sub-zero temperatures? As you are aware, CO2 cylinder, CO2 is in the liquid form. So what is to be added when the temperature, when it is exposed to sub-zero temperature? Is it nitrogen, silica gel, hydrogen? None of the above. So here we don't add anything, none of the above, because your CO2 is in the cylinder under pressure in the liquid form. So none of the above is the right answer. How many chapters are there in SOLAS? It's actually the right answer here is 14 as of now. But the 14th option is not given here because since questions have been made a bit earlier. So here 6, 8, 10 and 12. So you select 12 because 12 chapters were there earlier, but additional 2 chapters like verification of compliance and polar code added in the last few years. So even though it is 14, since that option is not given, you select 12 here. D is the right answer. Lifeboats must be stored in such a way so that they are capable of being launched in how many minutes? 10, 5, 15, 20. The right answer here is 5 minutes. It is necessary to keep closed the hatches or doors to a compartment after a fire has been contained. So once the fire is out, we need to keep it closed. Why? To avoid the smell, to prevent additional CO2 from reaching the fire, protect firefighters from smoke, or to prevent reignition. Yes, logic says to prevent reignition because when you keep it open, what the possibility of fresh air entry, that means fresh oxygen, fresh air, so reignition. So select the D option here. Under NOx technical code, who is responsible for non-compliance? See, under MARPOL Annex 6, every engine has to have a NOx technical code, and the engine is having an Engine International Air Pollution Prevention Certificate, what we call EIAPP. So the responsibility, is it engine manufacturer, ship operator, charterer, none of the above. So here the responsibility lies with the ship operator. That's the right answer. Select B here. Why a manometer is fitted across the air cooler inlet and outlet side? To check the pressure drop of cooling water flow, to indicate scavenge pressure, to check the pressure drop at air side inlet and outlet, to indicate the back pressure. As you are aware, air cooler, to just check the pressure drop at air side inlet and outlet. So this will give you an idea how clean your uh, air cooler is. So select the right answer, C. Ship security alert system is a requirement under Part B of ISPS code. SOLAS chapter 11, the second part where we talk about maritime security, and SUA Convention 1988, and none of the above. So here the right answer goes B. You need to select SOLAS chapter 11, second part. Suppression of unlawful activity. That is what C is talking about, but the right answer is B. Under which maritime instrument is a certificate of financial responsibility issued? COFR we call it. Is it Civil Liability Convention 92 or Fund Convention or Limitation of Liability of Maritime Claims, what we call LLMC, or Oil Pollution Act 1990? So the right answer here is D, correct. Because OPA 90, this is a requirement under Oil Pollution Act. It is a US regulation, not IMO regulation. Right answer is D here. Which standards govern the specification of residual marine fuel and distillate marine fuel on board? Yes, we have seen it, and then you will see the specification of what we call RMG, residual marine, or distillate marine, DMA. You know, this type of thing comes under, here they have given ISO 3012, ISO 3648, ISO 8216, ISO 8217. So the right answer is ISO 8217. And the present latest standard is 2017 standards, which was earlier 2012, earlier 2010. So that is the right answer, D. To check the setting of overspeed trip on a diesel powered generator, you should, diesel engine powered generator, you should use tachometer, torsion meter, dynamometer, pony brake. We know whenever you see speed means straight away tachometer. A is the right answer. In reference to accidental oil pollution, the most critical time during bunkering, when is it? When you start to receive oil, or when you air blow the hoses, or when you are topping off. That means when you are completing in a particular tank, final topping off when it is occurring, or when hoses are being disconnected. The right answer is topping off is the very critical period. You need to be more careful. C is the right answer here. Structural fire protection refers to the passive measures taken to provide a vessel with sprinkler system, provide a vessel with firefighting equipment, limit the risk and spread of fire, limit the size of the engine room. But here the structural fire protection, the right answer you need to choose C, limit the risk and spread of fire. That is the right answer. Here the maximum deviation of any calibration point obtained for either decreasing input from the best fit straight line having overall minimum deviation. Is it linearity, rise time, span, or none of the mentioned? So you need to choose C. Span is the right answer here. C, span is the correct answer. And if you look at the similar question here, maximum difference in output for the same measured value within the range of measuring device, one obtained by increasing 0 to the higher and the other by decreasing from a higher value to the lower value. So here this is what we call hysteresis. So linearity, hysteresis, span, none of them mentioned. So the right answer here is hysteresis. Now you just discard this. Here it is written correct, but look at the green one. B, hysteresis is the right answer. So don't get confused, but here it's written D, none of the mentioned also correct. This is just a mistake due to oversight. We have not corrected it. So please select hysteresis, correct, what we have given in green. What is the minimum rest hours in a week to be taken by seafarers as per Maritime Labour Convention 2006? So here 72, 75, 77, 78. So the right answer here is 77 is the right answer. Select C. What is the compound? What is compound generator? Compound motor. So is it AC generator using AC DC, AC generator with excitation, or DC generator motor with both series and short windings, or none of the above? So if we just look at compound generator, means it's having both series and short winding. So C is the right answer where correct is given. So you select C, DC generator motor with both series and short windings. This is the right answer. In variable geometry turbocharging is a preferred choice over conventional turbochargers, mainly because what are the reasons? Turbocharger efficiency is high at high engine loads. It has got good starting characteristics, while efficiency at full loads is slightly compromised. Efficiency is optimized for different engine loads by changing nozzle ring geometry. A turbocharger is much cheaper and simple to manufacture and is virtually maintenance free. If you look at all these four options, the right answer is C. That means different engine loads. When engine load varies, what does it do? Changing nozzle ring geometry so that the efficiency is optimized. That is the purpose why we have variable geometry turbocharging. C is the right answer here. The performance of heat exchanger depends on airlock on fluid spaces, fouling of heat transfer surfaces, failure of division plate in the multipass system, all of the above. So any of the above listed A, B, C, you will find the heat exchanger efficiency or performance will drop. So select D. That is the right answer. A silicon control rectifier is a solid state device used to change AC to DC and control relatively high load current, AC to DC and control relatively low load current, DC to AC and control relatively high load current, DC to AC and control relatively low load current. As we are aware, a rectifier, silicon controlled rectifier means always we think AC to DC. So out of A and B, here the right answer is whether it is high load or low load. So it is a high load. So the right answer is A. So select A here. At what intervals retention quantities to be entered in oil record book? Monthly, fortnightly, weekly, daily. Yes, all of us are practically doing it. So it is weekly. Fire isolated in engine room. What is the next step? Is it open ventilation or extinguish the fire or boundary cooling or keep a fire watch? So fire isolated in engine room, what is the next step? What you need to do? Once the isolation is done, then put it out, extinguish the fire. That's the right answer. Is carbon dioxide heavier than air? You know the right answer. Is it true or false? So definitely it is true. Carbon dioxide is definitely higher. Okay. So gentlemen, we have gone through the questions and 72 questions we have just whatever we have collected from the students who have faced the exit exams earlier. So we have discussed it. I hope it's of some value and direction for you. So I wish you all the best in the exit exam and thank you for spending your time listening to my video. Thank you very much.